Start again. Walk me through it, Morgana. In your own time.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to know some thoughts of you.
Do you want to walk me by it step by step on the curve and such?
As you like.
Oh, okay. Right, we'll just we'll build it in game, and then I can go over it. So we got Call, we got Blitz Rush, and we have Tireless Reaper, don't we? Have Blitz Rush, we have Glistering Dawn, we have Awaken the Emmerich, Call me Glistering Dawn, Invade a Mage, Reactor Beast, Profiteer, Nameless Curse, Riot Sapper, Shadow Dancer, and Tower Strider. Gems, Healing Towers, Auto Health Potion, Intellect, Auto Mana Potion, Experienced, Mana Fountain, Ruthless Spells. Okay. Excellent. So, did I not put all the gems in? I didn't put Healing Towers and I'm a genius. There you go. The idea behind this deck is obviously a reset Bellica. One shot someone, one shot the next guy. If you land an AoE stun on 2 people, you can stun them, blow up one, then stun the other one again and blow them up. I quite like the idea of a reset Bellica. It's the only hero that I thought Reactor Beast would be super good on when I first saw the card until I thought about crunch and stuff. There are probably ways we could slightly rework it early to fit into the curve better. Tower Strider, Tireless Reaper, and Call the Weak early, but then you've got Profiteer that you'll want. You're also going straight into Invade a Mage and Blitz Rush. Blitz Rush is probably unnecessary. You could keep Tower Strider, that wouldn't be a bad call when it curves into Riot Sapper quite nicely. Glistering Dawn's really good, Reactor Beast is quite good, she's going to go 4 into Vitality, and then max Intellect. What I would probably do is, because the agility gems aren't the best anyway, I'd probably just get rid of the auto health potion. Like, it's still good, but you could probably do without, or you could do without healing towers, maybe do auto health potion only, whichever one you prefer. I'd probably keep the healing towers because it has mana regen too. And I'd actually go overpowered spells and intellect, because that's going to make the theme of the deck a little more fun. So you could go for something like this. And then late game, your in-game build could be Reactor Beast 4/4. What else are you going to be looking for late game? You could go Shadow Dancer with a sneaky approach, 10 intellect, 7 vitality, so you're going 7 in vitality. And then Glistering Dawn, so 10, 17. So the overpowered spells would be slightly outside. Just think if there's any other cards you actually want to consider. Could do Grinning Spectre, if you want to go all in on this, could be pretty fun. In which case, what would we need to get rid of? Right, Sapper's too good of a curve card to get rid of. Probably Nameless Curse. I think Grinning Spectre would be nicer. So what you could do is you could pretty much just insta-nuke someone. This would add up to 24 intellect, which is really nice, and 4 vitality. Pretty much one-shot someone. Did I not put Grinning Spectre in? I did. Why do I have 1 card less? Oh, did I not need to take that out? Clever me. You could probably put Finder of Playthings in as a situational then. Cool. So, I would probably end up with something like this. Just changing the early game ever so slightly, and then adding an extra situational card, and then the late game build should change a bit. I think Grinning Spectre synergizes nice with Glistering Dawn, especially when you have the long stun with Bellica. If you hit the stun on like 2 to 3 people here, and you launch the fireball at someone and then they're Grinning Spectre, you're going to one-shot them, allowing you to stun again, and then they're going to be in a drone for so long that your ult will kill the next guy, and then the other guy probably died as well. So it could be a really nice combo deck, basically. Good for taking out multiple people, or one-shotting someone and then moving on to the next target, for example. Using multiple stuns, you also get your drone back off cooldown. Reactor Beast is actually a crazy good card on Bellica, if you utilize it properly, so I really like the idea behind this deck, but it's just changing the curve a little bit, I think, to fit it better. Profiteer's a bit greedy, but you could still run it, providing you can get the value out of it. Casters do have good wave clear, so Bellica could utilize it quite well, just spamming bombs on minion waves and rotating. Using Glistering Dawn, but of course you want to try and avoid dying. Awakening Emirate can be a good late game card to turn situations around. Riot Sapper can curve into that, and Reactor Beast and Shadow Dancer. Shadow Dancer can be a good mid game card too. Okay?
Okay, cool, thanks.
Cool. No worries, that's very nice. I like that concept. That sounds fun actually, I kind of want to play that now. That sounds like a very fun deck. I do love combo decks and playmaking decks like that, like my Crunch deck. They are fun. So Marcel, I guess we go back to you. Mid aggro solo queue. I like the name.
Yeah, it's for trying to win early and hard really early. When you're not really relying on somebody to rotate.
Okay, so what sort of hero would you use this on in mid?
So I was thinking Bellica, but could maybe work on Howie.
I think Faye might be best for this.
Faye, yeah. Basically there's four cards for endgame, and you can swap out as needed. So you got like Yomi Spectre, Stagnant Dominion, Godmother Vigilant, and Malink Nasher. So you can swap those to whatever you see fit.
Okay.
Yeah, you have cards like Poised Aggressor and Exoskeleton for like early aggro. Just keep poking, keep pressuring your opponent.
Yep.
The Pack Leader in there too to do the same thing.
Yeah. If Pack Leader wasn't bugged with Iggy, I'd consider running this on Iggy as well. I like Growth Tome, so if you snowball, you can pick that up too. Apex is very good for lane pressure. When you do hit into mid game, auto health potion goes off. Poised Aggressor and Pack Leader, you only need to put 1 point in. Quick exit's quite nice to get back to lane, to keep piling on the aggression. There's not much else in Vitality otherwise. Spellburn, Deadly Mana are nice. I wouldn't have reactive spells mainly. If you had Malik's and one of you will hit 19. I'd probably go with the, especially if you're looking to snowball, the Ruthless spells instead of reactive spells. Armored fits in quite nicely though for aggression, so otherwise I think that's pretty much right. I can't think of anything else you'd want to add or take out of that. Lamplight will enable you to be more aggressive as well, especially if you use it appropriately. Flame of Second can help you take Raptors early to mid, which will then allow you to then snowball harder off of the gold lead. So yeah, I'd just consider swapping reactive spells for ruthless spells.
I think it probably should have been that, and I just haven't clicked the right thing.
Oh, well, there you go then. Yeah, well there you go. I think that's perfectly acceptable as a deck as well. Same as Gentle Chaos, I like it. Very good. Yeah, it just shows how you can, you know, fit any sort of affinity to your playstyle in the lane. I like it because a lot of people going, you know, Knowledge Death mid, Knowledge Chaos, Death Chaos mid, and then you got like Growth Order, the two that you wouldn't really consider running, the more tanky durable, but you can see there's plenty of cards that work here in their own regard, so I do like it. Especially on sort of an Iggy character late game, more tanky mage, which there will be more of in future too. Cool. I like that. Who is next? Luca.
I made a basic mid lane deck, but I wanted to try Growth or Exoskeleton and Flame of Second. So I like I play an aggressive mid lane and try to invade the jungle or try to get some reps with Flame.
Exit, auto shield. I'm actually taking spell shield and experienced, which is interesting. Yeah, you could run that. Who would you sort of run this on then if you're going the spell shield? That's what's interesting. Because Ruthless Spells is quite potent on a lot of mid laners, that's all. I'm just thinking Spell Shield, who you'd probably want to use that on, maybe like Bellica, to combine with Astral Leap. Experience Gem. What are you sacrificing for Experience? Deadly Mana. If you're doing Thaumaturge late, I'd probably just go for Deadly Mana anyway. If you're not having Thaumaturge in your final build, I think Experience is great. But But overall, I think otherwise you should probably go for Deadly Mana, just because you're going to get so much value out of it, especially combined with Thaumaturge, and then Mana Fountain on top. It all just synergizes really nicely. But otherwise, yeah, Exoskeleton's really strong, Flame's really strong. If you're not going Fae or Mari or something, Malinx is irrelevant. Yeah, I like it otherwise. I like the Flame, I like the Exo, really strong early growth cards. I like how growth has the most aggro early start, death has more of a early to mid when it starts to ramp. So it's, growth is actually more aggro, as is actually chaos and order, so death is actually one of the less aggro affinities, when combined with knowledge at least. Yeah, the font, interesting is you have 4 starter cards though. I guess font could be situational. You could get rid of Advanced Evolution early, but with Advanced Exit you can be very aggressive, so it's sort of the choice between Flame or Font. So you could consider not even putting Font in this deck and going something else. Could be an idea. Maybe you put a situational Malinx Nasher at the end, or an Accelerator. Malinx Nasher if you're going someone like Fae and running this deck. Yeah. But the Flame is good. You can easily take green buffs, take Raptors of it. Like enemy green buffs.
And I mean, if your jungler don't take Flame, you have one.
Well, I mean, they should. Everyone should. There should be like 3 or 4 in every game, because the card is stupid.
I mean, I play with Semi, and we both are the only players in the game with Flame.
Well, you win your team the game. Busted. Awesome. Phantom Phoenix.
Yes, one moment.
No worries. Righty. Okie dokie. Towers. Right. Do you want us to give us a rundown of this?
Well, that one's basically just a Wukong build.
Okay.
It's around, well, obviously taking towers and escape.
Yeah, I can see Shadow Dancer, Sacred Alchemy, Malinx, Vampiric Braids. You have Shield build at the end, Guard Pierce at the curve, Call the Weak for early clear, Armored Footman, Awaken for situational turnaround, Veil Stepper for curve, Swamp Stalker for curve. I don't think Grinning Spectre is really necessary, or Nameless Curse. I think both of those are pretty much wasted slots. You could consider running something else instead of those. Healing Towers, Armor, and if you're going offlane, that's fine. I'd probably consider going Ruthless instead of Fast Travel, and maybe Piercing Basic instead of Duelist. Would be good, so swap those 2 gems out, and then instead of Blade Turn you could either go a 25 Vitality gem, such as like Relentless Pursuit, or the crit card gem rather, the Critical Strikes, or you can go for Auto Shield on the Intellect slot instead for a better early game. So that's your choice if you want better late or early. But yeah, I'd probably swap out Fast Travel or Duelist, and then swap out Grinning Spectre and Nameless Curse. You could probably put in something else for curve. Let's have a quick look at what you can actually pop in for that. Order, Chaos, Order, Death. You could pop in Wound Seeker as a situational instead of Nameless Curse, and instead of Grinning Spectre you can probably put in Guard Piercing, Veil Stepper in. You could actually do Flag Bearer, is really strong on Wukong, especially for a split push. It will give you a lot of damage early. If you combine it with Swamp Stalker, you actually have